Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the road to profitability day number 3. Should be technically day number 4. I'm gonna go over kind of why I didn't get a video out yesterday, what kind of happened recently. I know I was telling you guys I was gonna do like a split sleep schedule. I was gonna do a bunch of things, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that, kind of what the update is and what's going on here, because things just changed in the last few days. So anyways, let's get into this video. I'm actually going to be trading London session quite soon here. It's about another hour till we get to London session. So I'm going to do a quick market overview of what I'm thinking going into London session. And then from there, I will walk you along the live trade of London session. If we take a trade, I told you guys that I got this job. I told you guys that I was going to try and trade New York session. I told you guys that New York session's at 1 a.m. I'm going to do a split sleep and try that. I tried that for 2 days. I cannot do that. My body woke up, I hopped on the charts, and I thought I was hungover. I didn't even drink. I thought I was hungover. My head hurt. I felt just gross. I slept for about three and a half hours, woke up, and then got on the charts 30 minutes before markets opened and waited for the charts to open. And I didn't even get through the whole session. I just went right back to bed. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, you just don't have the discipline. You just don't. I'm telling you this, it's just it's not right. I don't believe you should be going into a trading session feeling like that, because you're not gonna trade at your full potential. It's not that I didn't have the discipline. I got up, I got out of bed, and I was on my computer. It was the fact that I looked at it as, I don't even want to take a trade. I'm not in a good mindset. I'm not in a good headspace. I'm super tired, and I just don't see a purpose in taking a trade right now, as I'm not going to be thinking clearly before taking this trade. And what if it's maybe a loser? Now I'm going to have maybe a bad time going to sleep. Like, trades don't affect me at all. If I take a loss, I take a loss. It is what it is, right? But I don't know how I'm going to feel during that time, because I'm not in my clear headspace as I usually am. When I was in Canada, I'd start trading early in the morning, but I had at least 2 hours prior to the session so that I could clear up my mind and get things kind of rolling. And same goes for this, as London section 6 p.m. here. So I have all day to clear my head, and I can get into a good mindset before getting into trading. So that's one of the things I wanted to say, is that didn't work out. And yeah, that's not going to be happening. I'm not going to do that, because it's just bad for your health, and health is very important. So that's something we're not going to do. I don't recommend people do it. Some people can, and if you can, great, good for you. Unfortunately, it just didn't work for me. So anyways, moving along from that. I currently, like I said, I was working that job. I actually just got another job that works better in my hours. I can actually trade London session still while doing this job. So that's perfect. That's why I took this one instead. I don't want to give up trading. It's one of the things I want to do. I don't care if there's a job that affects my trading. It's a great job. If it affects my trading, I don't want it. This is my future. The job's not my future. It can help out towards my future, but this is my future. This is what I want to see myself do for the long term. So I'm trying not to let anything affect this and get me and knock me back, right? So that's also one thing I wanted to update with. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go into the charts now, and we're going to look at pre-market open, what my bias is going into this London session, and then I'll take you through the whole day of a live trade. So let's get into the charts here. So I'm sending actually all my analysis right now to the Discord, and we're actually chatting it up to see what we're thinking coming into the London session and what we want to look for coming into, or what we want to look for in London session. So if you guys want to join the Discord, link's going to be in the bio. It's 100% free. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything in this Discord. All I'm doing is sharing my thoughts, my analysis, and others are sharing their thoughts and their analysis as well. So anyways, let's get into the charts here. On the weekly time frame, I see we swept out the low there. I've told you guys about that earlier, so that's kind of making me think we might have a good either A, retracement, or B, a push to the upside. My main target on the weekly would be this weekly order block here, but that's a little far from now. On the daily time frame, we swept out the low, as I showed you, relative equal lows there. We broke structure. And now I'm thinking, hey, maybe we have time for a retracement. My thought process is, A, we have a good retracement down, and then we break to this high here, all the way up there. Or B, we make a small retracement, which is what I think we're going to be having today. So a small retracement and then a push up to this high, and then make a bigger retracement to the downside. So those are the two thoughts of what I want to see in the near future here. So coming down to the 4-hour time frame, or sorry, I actually marked this out in the daily. So we have this daily order block right here that we are tapped into. Prior to marking this all up, we weren't even close to this order block. We are at this order block. So that's somewhere I want to see a reaction off of. And it is looking like we are starting to see a small reaction off of it, which is awesome. We took out this hourly low here, which is a little pool of liquidity that we swept, tapping into the daily order block. So from here, I have two thoughts. A, we push up, come back, retrace, and then we can come up to take out these highs. Or B, maybe we come back up and then tank down towards taking out this low to then make my way to the upside. But overall, I'm still fairly bullish with all the higher time frames. I'm still bullish. We're just trying to see what's going to respect to make that push to the upside to take out that daily high. So as of right now, I'm kind of just chilling on my hands and waiting because I don't see a point in scaling down to the 30 or the 15 minute quite yet, because we just tapped into that daily order block. I could say like, oh, we swept this liquidity, but you know, it is another hour till London session. So what I want to see is price kind of make some, I want to see more price action off this daily order block before I make any further decision on making a trade to the upside. I'd prefer to see like a 5-3, even a 15-minute break of structure and then hit that, then get my trade. But as of right now, we're just going to sit around and wait for this to play out. And then once London session starts, I'll start the video back up. And we're actually in a trade right now. It doesn't look like it's respecting the fair value gap I wanted to respect. So it doesn't really look like it's respecting too much. But we'll see how the trade kind of goes. I took the trade off this 1 minute fair value gap right here with the break of structure, as there was also a break of structure on the 3 minute here. So that's kind of what I wanted to see, if this order block maybe can get respected and then push back up. Things will look better in our favor, but as of right now, it's kind of looking like it's not going to work out in our favor, but that's okay. I'll run through the analysis a little bit. Like I was saying, you know, I wanted to see price coming down that order block. We actually disrespected this order block here. So my next thought was maybe price coming down to this low, but we created a couple more lows here, and I thought maybe we could respect this 4-hour order block right here, which it doesn't look like we're respecting anymore. At the time, we were respecting when I took the trade, so that's kind of looking a little bit iffy on my end. Coming down, let's go to the 15 minute. We made another low, swept it out there. And then coming down to the 5 minute, same thing kind of here, swept out lows. I came down to the 3 minute, we broke structure on the 3 minute here, and then broke structure on the 1 minute where I entered off the fair value gap. And it looks like we are going to be getting taken out here pretty quick. So we'll see if this might just be the single trade of the day and actually put an end to our put an end to our win streak here. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just gonna let this trade follow. I did send this to the Discord. Some of the guys in the Discord right now, they haven't taken this. They're actually waiting for a little bit more confirmation, which was probably a smart idea. At the end of the day, I'm just following my rules. I'm following kind of exactly what I have laid out and what I've told myself I'm gonna do. So we're just gonna continue. Take the loss, no big deal, and I'll keep you guys updated on the trade. Alright guys, so we just got stopped out. Actually, that trade just completely wiped me out. As you can see, it just fucking tanked. To be honest, I'm just already looking at this trade. I don't know why I took it so early, because like, the only thing that I saw that made me want to take it was there was an SMT with the DXY. So with the DXY, we did already like take out the high. We did take it out. So I was thinking maybe that's what we wanted to see. You know, take that out and then make a push to the upside because of that. But you know what? Honestly, it's my bad. I should have waited for price to actually just come down and take this out, because that's kind of like the main thing I wanted to see, was if we didn't respect that order block, then I had a feeling we were going to take out these lows, which is what we're doing right now. It looks like we are showing some respect off these lows as well. So That trade I did risk. I didn't risk a whole lot on that trade, so it's okay that I took the loss. I am willing to take one more trade if we can get something clean presented in front of me. I'll take it, but it'll be like a 0.25 risk. It'll be a very low risk setup so that I can just get back kind of the losses. And if I do take a loss, it is what it is, not too big of a deal. But that is a first loss in 7 trades. So that's the end of our winning streak, guys, and that's kind of just the way it goes. Price just want to continue selling, and you know what? I shouldn't have even today. Honestly, shouldn't have even been a trading day. I shouldn't have taken this trade. I understand I am following rules, but at the end of the day, the lesson to kind of learn here was I should have had more patience because I've never really backtested or traded SMT too much. So you know, I should have waited for what I like to see just on the single chart. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but SMT has so much value. It's so good and this, that. Yeah, it does. I can believe it. It's just if you haven't tested it yourself and you don't really know what you're doing and trading it, then this kind of scenario will happen. So that's what happened today. Overall, not too bad of a day. Not too bad of a trade. It is what it is. First day back after the last couple of days. It's been a rough couple of days, I guess you could say that, but it's all good. We'll come back tomorrow stronger than ever. We're learning a lesson from this trade, which is the whole point of this game, right? Like I was saying in some of my Instagram reels, there's always opportunities. Maybe they're not trading opportunities, maybe they're not winning opportunities, but they're at least learning opportunities. So that's the biggest part of this game is always need to learn lessons. Even when you win, just you know, learn lessons. And also take care of yourself. The fact that I've been trying to trade these last few days and I just have been feeling like not too great because of, you know, the whole new sleep pattern and all this. It doesn't work out. So yeah, there's not much else I can say about this other than learn patience, have patience, wait for what you're looking for, wait for the ideal setup and execute on the setup. And yeah, whatever happens, happens. And if you guys like this style of video, like I always say, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment for what you guys want to see for the potential future. I got a lot of videos in mind. I've actually been doing some brainstorming over the last few days, so I'll have some videos coming out for you guys. In the chats with one of my buddies as well, and we're both kind of throwing in content ideas back and forth with each other. So we'll go over that, and I'll have some new content coming out for you guys in the future. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow.